hose is dry rotting. Look at that. Those are old hose, man. Just real quick. Just do it like that. And yeah, we're out here in beautiful Houston, Texas, where the weather may be 80 on one day, 60 on another, 30 on the next by the end of the week. And it may be bright and sunny. Next day it may be a hurricane. So that's what got me under the weather. So I'm not really worried about my hands. But yeah, that's what got me under the weather now. I'm sick, but it's all good. I still have to go to work today. YouTube not paying the bills just yet. But hey, maybe one day. So yeah, let's get this thing started up. I'll let y'all hear the car. Close my hood real quick because we're not gonna start with the doors open or the hood open. We'll do one more quick walk around. It had the blackout kit on it. I'm gonna get the car rewrapped eventually, but because you see a lot of it's coming off, I'm gonna get it all blacked out again. I'm gonna probably end up changing the whole color anyway, but yeah, this is a true carbon fiber hood. I actually painted the black myself because I'm a painter. So yeah, true carbon fiber hood. I could fit a bigger blower on there if I wanted to, since I got the space. I gotta get some, I'm probably do my headlights soon. Really, I'm gonna probably just change the lens. You see it has the, got the green eyes. I like that. But yeah, I'm gonna, let's get this thing started up. Full D3 body kit. Like I said, E85. That's a D3 body kit. Course exhaust. Let me start this thing up for y'all. Alright, let's get going. So yeah, I've been trying to start a YouTube for a while, but you know, things got a little hectic. I am in college, so it made it kind of hard to try to start my page, especially with my major, because I'm a pre-med major, you know, so a lot of times I'm busy with school, trying to do things like that. Then I had to quit my other job as a painter, and I got a new job as a painter because the hours are better, because I didn't want to go to school at night. I'm a student at U of H, but I didn't want to have to go to school at night so much, especially being on that side of town. It is, you know, Third Ward, if you know about Houston. Well, yeah, I got better hours, so now I'm able to go to class in the daytime, and I go to work from 3 to 11:30, which is not bad because I still get to make it home at night, go to sleep, wake up, and I don't have to worry about getting ready for work in the morning. I don't get ready until 3. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I finally got my page started up. You know, this is my first vlog actually. So like I said, I probably did the vlog about 5 times, and I got everything uploaded on the computer. Well, I thought I did. I thought I saved it, but I guess not, because when I deleted it from the camera, I noticed on my editing app that it wasn't there. And I was like, oh man, I gotta do this thing again. But hey, it's a lot of work, but it'll be pretty fun. Now, I don't consider my car a show car. I don't know what's going on over here, but I see the police. Whatever they doing. It look like they checking the weight. Probably some improper weight, improper loading or something like that. But I don't consider my car a show car. I mean, I did a lot of stuff to it. There's a lot of stuff done to the car, I should say. But you may see me like at Cars and Coffee and things like that. But mainly at heart, I'm just a racer. I like to, I pretty much got racing from my dad. Actually, my dad had a 68 Camaro with a big block that he used to run back in the 90s. And that's pretty much how I got into cars like that. So I'm just following his footsteps. We just got modern cars now. If you knew me, you know I had the 4-door before I got this one. This was probably one of my favorite cars, and I was finally able to get my hands on one, and I was super excited. I had this car for about a year now. See, I'm under the weather. But I had this car for about a year. And for the longest, probably since like 2014. I do have another car. I got a Magnum SRT. And I remember when I bought that, I had that one for about, well, I still have it, but after I had that for about 3 years, I was looking into buying another car. And I ended up, I wanted one of these, but at that time I couldn't afford it. I was making, I don't know, maybe $900 paychecks as a painter. And yeah, I've been wanting these for the longest. I even remember my parents talking about that they wanted one a long time ago, and you know they wasn't even able to afford it at that time. But yeah, I saw the price, I found it, and yeah, it looked good, and so I jumped on it. And hey, this is probably, I would say this is probably one of my dream cars, man. If later on, I'm gonna show y'all my Facebook and my Instagram, and I actually posted a lot about these cts-vs, and I was like, man, one day I'm gonna get one of these cars, you know. And so I just put my head down. I kept working and worked hard at my job, and then I got promoted twice, and I was able to afford it. And then it's not only the affording the car that you have to worry about, it's the maintenance, because these are not like, I guess, normal cars. These are high maintenance cars, you know. So you gotta, like I say, this car run on E85, and you know if you run E85, it burn like crazy. But it's actually tuned for both. So like right now I'm running 93, because I think one time when I was in Mexico, people know Mexico, I think a rock probably bust a hole in my heat exchanger, so I gotta go get another heat exchanger, and I'm gonna put that in later on. So I haven't really been running the car this hard. But yeah, I forgot what I was actually saying. Well, yeah, I haven't been running the car as hard, but yeah, I honestly lost my train of thought, and now this car just jumped in front of me, which I've been driving slow. I've been driving normal, though, I should say that. Yeah, I haven't been in Mexico and all those things, but that's mainly my main thing to do. You see, that's why I got my regular tires on here right now. I have radials on the back, but don't nobody want to run no 20s. It's slide like crazy. But I'm going to get my radials put back on soon. Well, I'm going to actually get some more. I want to get some bead locks. Eventually I'll do my 15 conversion. I don't know, I may do that in this round of mods, but like I said, right now let's see if I'm gonna see if I can get it to like 750s. Eventually I'm gonna try to get it to 800, but right now I'm gonna try to get it to the 750-ish with some ported heads and the cam, because I'm gonna ask them and see what size cam that I can get, what the duration of my cam that I can get without having to get rid of my stock converter, because I'm trying to keep the stock converter right now. All that other stuff, it'll probably come later. See, it's kind of raining right now. I'm trying to take it a little easy, but yeah, like I said, for the longest, this is what I was trying to say. For the longest, I've been wanting this car, and I just put my head down. You know, I was grinding. I got promoted at my job, and then I saw it for the right price, and I was able to jump on it. And like I said, these cars are kind of high maintenance. You know, you got to keep the oil changed. I usually use, if I'm not using Mobil 1, then I'm using Royal Purple. And you know that those are kind of expensive on its own. But, you know, it's all good. You got to just make sure that you have the proper funds to be able to take care of these cars. Because one thing about this car, it has a new engine. The old owner, the previous owner, I guess he blew the motor up. And so when he sent it back to the guy that built the car, he put another motor in it and say, hey, I want to get this done, I want to get this done, I want to get this done to it, blah, blah, blah. And so, actually, I'm going to put out another video, because this car was slightly modded when I bought it. And so I'm going to put out a video talking about the pros and cons of buying a modded car, because there's some good things, some bad things. You know, right now I can say one of the good things is that I can follow this guy's blueprint. It makes it a whole lot cheaper, because actually the car had basically the stage 1 kit. It's a few things that I did cosmetically to the car, but the car pretty much had the stage 1 kit on there already. And so that's probably a good $3,500 save, and I got the car for the base price. So I wasn't even worried about, I didn't have to worry about spending another $3,500 trying to get the base, the stage 1 kit on there, which is a good thing. Actually, I might as well just do the video right now. Another good thing about, you know, buying probably a pre-modded car, like I say, you can follow the guy's blueprint, and one of the best things about it is that, like I say, you save a whole lot of money. You get the car for the basic price, but it has higher horsepower, because crank horsepower, this car probably put out around 730, 740. So it's like I'm buying a car that's faster than a Hellcat, but I'm buying it at a way cheaper price. Because like I said, I got this car a year ago, and yeah, it had pretty good miles on it. But like I said, it also had a new engine, and the guy that built it, it was built by Jamie Rodriguez. If you know J-Rod's Speed Shop, well, it was built by Jamie Rodriguez Jr. If you know J-Rod's Speed Shop out in Rosenberg, yeah, they built the car. That's really what made me want it, because as long as the car don't have nitrous on it or something like that, I'm not gonna buy no nitrous car from like a dealership or anything, because you never know how hard they ran that car. And some people just put the nitrous on there for fun or just for show, but then other people, you know, they out there actually racing. And I had seen this car on YouTube and on Instagram from the previous owner, and he ran the car a little bit, but I think he mostly did like show car stuff, which is, it's all good. But, yeah, I saw the car and I had to have it. This is one of my dream cars, probably. But it's crazy, because the best thing about it is basically a 6.2. It's kind of a Corvette engine in the body of a Cadillac. So it's a black vet. You still get the luxury comfort of driving a Cadillac, but then, you know, you have the power of a Corvette or a ZL1, because I'll say it's closer to a ZL1. It's a Camaro in a Cadillac body, because the ZL1 is pretty much the same exact car, same engine and everything. Which that's another thing I'm thinking about getting. I gotta get the ZL1 lid. Everybody say that you get pretty good benefits from those. Yeah, I have a reinforced brick already, so I already know about that issue. So I got that handled. Man, this is really starting to rain. But probably the only cons that I could think of getting the modded car is, well, one, you're gonna avoid the warranty. So unless you have the some type of warranty with the builder, where you can go back and then they'll be like, hey, I'll take care of this or I'll take care of that. But most of the time, a lot of the shops, they don't do the warranties like that. You know, if you have a problem, you just build a good relationship with that shop, then, you know, they'll handle the problem, fix the issue, and probably give you a good discounted rate. But as far as going to a dealership, you're going to have to put the car back stock. Because, yeah, when they see all the mods on the car, they hear the car, they be like, hey, man, I ain't touching that, because if we not finna pay for it if they messed up something. But, you know, you gotta see, you hear my voice. You know, you gotta find you a good reputable shop. And I knew J-Rod's was a good shop because from watching videos and all that, I seen that they put out some pretty good cars. Now, I'm going to Boost Mode Racing because, you know, they do port work. They port the heads, port the supercharger, throttle bodies, things like that. And then they do the custom grind cams. And it's actually a car that I've been following. And, you know, she's a well-known racer from the 405, you know, four-door Rocket. And so I've been following her car, and I know she goes through Boost Mode Racing. And her car is pretty rowdy, man. And especially, I like that orange color that she put on there, too. Yeah, I've been following her build, so that's what led me to Boost Mode Racing. You know, I'm still go to J-Rod for my work, but I know as far as porting, I'm gonna get them to port my heads and eventually port my blower and my throttle body. If I don't get a 102, then I may get them to port it, because I think these come stock with like a 90mm throttle body, and I want to get it ported to a 102. But I don't know. We'll see. I may just buy one. I may already buy a 102 throttle body. But let's see. Yeah. Some of the other cars, like I say, if you don't have a reputable shop, you don't know who built the car. Hey, they could have built it in their backyard and they didn't really know what they were doing, so they sold the car, and then next few months you blow the motor up. The motor may blow up because they didn't do something right. So you got to make sure that the car came from a reputable shop when you're buying a modded car. And that's the same thing. A lot of people buy these cars on street car market from Instagram. And like you got to know who built the car, because if it's some backyard build and the guy doesn't really know what he's doing, you may harm the car. But I knew that J-Rod, and over at J-Rod Speed Shop, they're really, really good. And so I knew that the car was in good hands when I got it. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you buy a car with a good name behind it, I should say. And that's one of the other things about buying a modded car. It's not really anything else that I could think of. I had a list. Like I say, you may void the warranty when you're going back to a dealership. You got to find a good shop so you don't harm the car. You don't know how the previous driver drove the car, if he drove it super hard or if he modded it just to just to go to car shows and baby stuff. Because some of these people, they may track the cars. This car, it's been tracked a few times. It probably runs a consistent 9998, which is pretty good. Trying to get it down to 9695, hopefully by the end of the summer. We'll see how that goes, if everything works out well. Because hey, the new job's been going well. I'm getting paid more than what I was making before, actually, and it allows me to finish my college better. Because like I said, I'm a pre-med major, trying to get into U of H School of Medicine. U of H has a medical school that's coming out in 2020, and a donor, he actually paid for all the first 30 students full tuition. So I have an opportunity to go to medical school for free, which is pretty dope. So I've been putting my head down, grinding, working hard, trying to keep my grades up, get my GPA up higher so that I can make it in. Because you know how much of a burden is lifted off of you when you don't have to worry about paying for medical school. But it's a big thing. It's kind of difficult. You're trying to build a car You know what I'm saying? While you in trying to go to med school and keep your grades up and all that. So it's a process, but you know, it's been working out. My grades are looking pretty good and things are looking well. So I think I should be all right. But hey, y'all just watch out for me, med school hopeful, U of H class of 2020. Try to get in there. But yeah, man, I had this car for about a year. It never really gave me any problems. See, one of the things, when I bought this car, it did have a transmission problem. That's one of the things that I had to get fixed on the car, actually. And it wasn't bad. Like, I didn't have to replace the transmission or anything. It just had like the transmission seal. It was leaking, so I had to get a new seal. And then I ended up getting some new. I forgot what else I did to this car. I had to send it back to J. Roy, spend a couple grand, get it repaired. I think I know I got some new plug wire. One of my plug wires had burned up. I had the MSDs on there, the reds, and so we changed out the plug wire. It was pretty much a tune-up, and then the transmission seal. It wasn't too much, nothing major. Then I got the car back running right, and then like I said, when I was in Mexico, I think a rock bust a hole inside my heat exchanger, so I had to get that fixed. Well, I gotta get that fixed. I actually can do that myself. That's nothing to do. That's a real quick, easy job, so I'm gonna probably knock that out. I'm gonna go ahead and order my heat exchanger. It's the Weapon X Fill Your Grill lower heat exchanger. The big one that sit at the bottom. The taller ones are pretty cool. I don't know if they still let you use the big ones. Let you use the radiator. I should say the long ones, the ones that look like a radiator, I should say. I don't know if they still let you use the stock radiator, but that's the cool thing about the lower heat exchangers is that I can still use my stock radiator. So, like I say, well, really, the heat exchanger is pretty much just for cooling, cooling the supercharger and cooling the car, rather than cooling the car. But yeah, so that's the best thing. I just take it easy right now because, like I say, since my heat exchanger is pretty much going out, then, I don't want to blow up my blower. Even though I know the guys at Boost Mode, they can rebuild it, but hey, I'm not going to blow the blower out like that just from running it hard. So I just take it easy, and the car still stays cool because it's still running with the radiator. So, that's the cool thing about the heat exchanger. But like I say, the heat exchanger is just pretty much cool the supercharger anyway. So I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna probably get a trunk icebox eventually, which Boost Mode Racing does that as well. They actually sell them in-house, so I'm gonna probably get that done. So this is probably I don't know why these cars, they just cannot drive today. Seems like every time in Houston when it rains, the cars the driving skills just go out the window. But yeah. I'm going to probably get Boost Mode Racing to do my head work and actually put them on the car. I still mess with J-Rod, though. That's my main guy. But since Boost Mode Racing, they got the heads in-house, I'm going to just get them to throw the heads on there. And they're a pretty good shop as well because, like I say, four-door Rocket, she got 1,000 horsepower cts-v that she running. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let them do that. I may let them do my cam as well because, like I say, I'm doing a custom grind cam from Boost Mode Racing, so they're gonna get that stuff squared away. Then I'm gonna probably go back to J-Roy, get my icebox put in, and what I'm saying, eventually I'm gonna probably go with a Whipple supercharger instead of either a Whipple or a Magnuson. I actually like the Whipple superchargers better. If you've seen the one on Weapon X, instead of that, the Magnuson is cool though. I know they both have their benefits, but yeah, I just like how the Whipple looks. It looks a whole lot better under the hood, especially. And I'll probably show you a picture of what I'm talking about. And that look pretty dope. So I'm gonna probably get a Whipple eventually. This probably gonna be, I don't know. It takes time to build these cars. You can't try to run out there and just throw 10 grand unless you got it like that. But I'm not able. Some people, I know a lot of people not able to just throw 10 grand on a car and be like, hey, I want to get this done and this done and this done. Maybe one day, hey, maybe when the YouTube blow up or something like that, then maybe when I move on to my next car or something like that. which I'm still trying to keep this one anyway when I say I get my next car. But it takes time. You can't just go out there and try to just, run yourself broke trying to build a car. So, it's probably going to take a few years to get this thing exactly where I want it. Because I got a lot of stuff that I want to do to the car, 15 conversion. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my bead locks already. But I'm going to change blowers eventually, Then, I don't know, this new engine probably got around 30,000 miles on it right now. But eventually I'm going to get probably a 416 or a 427 stroker put in this thing. I'm really trying to run this car. And hopefully I'll have another daily by then, and then I just run this car at the track. But yeah, you never know. Like I say, my next car, one of my next cars that I'm trying to work on getting is a CO6. Actually, I want a CO6 and a Hellcat, but I'm gonna try to get a C7 Z06 one of these days. You know what I'm saying? When the price is right. So I'm working on that. Like, yeah, pretty much. I'm not gonna end the vlog right here, but I'm gonna take a pause because the car is kind of driving crazy right now, and so I don't want y'all to see that side of me just yet. But I'm gonna go over to Boost Mode Racing, and then I'm gonna pick back up once I get there. So stay tuned for that.